Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for coming to the Indian Hill High School Auditorium. Welcome to the Indian Hill High School Arts Signing Ceremony. My name is Amy Clark, and I have the privilege of being the District Arts and Activities Director for the Indian Hill School District. Here at Indian Hill, we are proud of our excellence where we foster the academics, arts, and athletics. Today, we are ecstatic to honor our class of 2022, the students who will be furthering their careers in the field of the arts. These students represent immense talent, leadership, and promise. I know I speak on behalf of the arts educators especially that we are incredibly lucky to have worked with these individuals. Today is about honoring all of our students as they take the next step in their journey, and we are so pleased to have this opportunity to share in their pride. After announcing each student, we will have them come to the table to receive a certificate and sign for their chosen college. Parents are welcome to come to the table for a family photo at the end of the event, and I'll give you more details at the end. So, without further ado, let's get started. Sarah Bridge, you're first. This message is on behalf of Ms. Julie Pfeiffer and Mr. Adam Wolter. It has been a joy to know and create with Sarah since elementary school. She is quiet and exuberant, often at the same time. It is in getting to know Sarah that you find a depth of focus and creativity that is hidden from the surface. Sometimes we need more Sarahs in the world, who go about their learning and their work in ways that will continually surprise and shed light on a perspective in a unique way. A perspective that many of us are just too vocal to notice, too busy speaking to notice. We believe this is Sarah's gift. Through her art and her example, we are drawn to see the world with different eyes. She is an accomplished member of our cheer squad, and each time we see her take the floor with the team, we are in awe of her dual nature, her ability to flip that switch. From the quietly confident and creative learner to the exaggerated and energetic performer with which she leads the student body and school spirit, she is a leader with many gifts. She can lead by example in silence, and she can lead with her heart in volume. In both cases, she leads with clarity and conviction. Congratulations, Sarah. You've chosen an exciting path. Sarah will be majoring in communication design through the DAP program at the University of Cincinnati. Sarah, will you join me at the main table, please? I asked Sarah if she was okay with going first, so extra great job, well done. Up next, we have Jessie Chan, and Mr. Don Barker is going to speak on behalf of Jessie.
Good morning. I'm so excited to be here today to talk a little bit about Jessie. Every now and then, you just have an incredible talent that comes through your program, and for a music teacher, we spend a lot of time pulling students along and showing them all the things that they need to know. And then there are other times where you have a student where you're probably best just to get out of their way and let them do their own thing. And Jessie has always been one of those students. You could work with her on any project, and she would always come in super prepared and always did more than what we expected of her. Jessie is a very talented oboe player. She is an equally skilled piano player, which makes her an exceptionally well-rounded musician. As Jessie has gone through the music program at Indian Hill, she's excelled not only in the classroom, but outside of the classroom, performing in a number of extracurricular ensembles. The highest achieving, however, would be her 2 opportunities to perform in the Ohio All-State Band. She qualified as one of 4 oboists in the state as a sophomore, And then because of COVID, we all know that, it was canceled her junior year, but she was able to come back her senior year and perform in the All-State Band as the first chair oboist. So that is a huge accomplishment. Something that, maybe 1% of our students get to achieve while they're in high school. Another thing is that Jessie also qualified for the national band that is from across the nation, one of the few oboists across the nation that was able to participate in that ensemble. Unfortunately, it was not a live experience because of travel restrictions, but she was able to do that virtually. So some pretty amazing accomplishments. And the only thing I can say negatively about Jessie is that as a UK fan, her choice to go to Duke kind of hurt my feelings a little bit, but it is a very high level institution, so we'll allow that. But we're so proud of Jessie and everything that she's been able to accomplish here at Indian Hill High School. Jessie.
Jessie will be minoring in music, continuing her studies and work on the oboe and the piano. Jessie, tape time. Up next, we have Abigail Hamburger and Mr. Barker. We'll be talking about Abigail Hamburger.
I should have just stayed up here. Abby has been an exceptional student in the Indian Hill Band program. She plays the tenor sax in the concert band. She's also participated in the pep varsity band. She's been an active member of the Braves marching band and even has had some experience with the Indian Hill Jazz Band as well. So one of the things about Abby that I want to make sure that we mention is that anytime I needed anything, I knew that Abby was one of those students that I could turn to. One of the biggest things is that her first year in marching band, she's actually started in marching band when she was an 8th grader. She played the tenor sax, and I was like, man, going into her freshman year, it's like, we really could use some more people in the color guard. And she's like, I'll do it. And that, I believe, is the place where Abby really started to shine and show her highest levels of art. So she was able to do that for the remaining 4 years of high school, and she's been a very valuable member of that institution. Now, Abby is going to be continuing on at Kent State University. We've also had some other students from here go into the music department at Kent State University, so I'm very excited for what she's going to be able to do in the future. Abby.
Abby will be majoring in architecture at Kent State, as Mr. Barker said. Abby. Up next, we have Gwen O'Shea, or the Gwen, as I have been able to call her this year, and Mr. Eric Samini will be speaking about Gwen.
So I guess similar to Gwen, I'm usually one who prefers to stay behind the scenes rather than in front of it. So I've had the privilege of working with and knowing Gwen for 3 years since Phantom, although only 1 year as a full-time staff member here. To say that Gwen has been, I'll say, instrumental to the theater program here is sort of an understatement. She has been basically like another right hand to me dealing with sound, dealing with technical elements. She's always one of the first people to volunteer to come in, do extra time, program, whatever it takes for the show and for her peers. So I want to say thank you. I wish you nothing but the best, and I know that you will do great things in the theater moving forward.
Gwen will be attending Winthrop University and will be majoring in technical theater. Gwen? Next up is Samara Summers. I'm also going to take on the role of Miss Julie Pfeiffer for Samara. Samara is a gifted design thinker. She understands the process for bringing into the world that which did not exist before, often to the delight of others who couldn't even imagine how to start. She's an insightful listener, producing fluent ideation. Nuance is the hallmark of her aesthetic. Samara is inclusive to all people and all ideas. She finds great happiness in drawing ideas out of other people so that they might be heard and her ideas might become richer. Samara is methodical, organized, and random, all at the same time. Great creative attributes. She is receptive to feedback and skillful at discerning which parts of that feedback will be helpful to her. Samara takes a very professional approach to the quality of her work. She asks good questions, shares powerful insights when a situation is unclear. As such, she has been a valued classmate. Samara seeks out a challenge. She knows her strengths, is confident in those strengths, and humble in the face of opportunities that exceed her expectations. Congratulations, Samara. You have designed a wonderful next chapter. Samara is going to be an art major at the University of Iowa in the fall. Samara? Up next is Harry Warfall. I am also taking on the role of Miss Piper and Mr. Walter. I think it's the last one. Okay, gotta borrow some words from Marvin Gaye. There ain't no mountain high enough for Harry Warfall to be stopped. He creates with a passion only exceeded by his vision. Harry is an admirable mix of humility and confidence. An exhibiting artist at the Pendleton Art Center downtown since middle school, Harry has used every opportunity available here at the high school to develop skills and deepen his understanding of the power of art throughout humanity. I cherish the memories of the year spent investing that power into AP art history, then watched as Harry transformed that inquiry into a portfolio of personal works for AP art and design. His ability to transform an idea into reality will not only make Harry an excellent architect of buildings, but a powerful architect of an impactful life. Congratulations, Harry. Well earned. Harry will be attending Harvard University, where he will major in history of art and architecture. Harry? Up next, we have Sarah Grace Brown, and Mr. Jeff Clark is going to speak for Sarah Grace.
So we do not have a dance program per se here at Indian Hill High School, but I wanted to reflect on something that happened about 2 years ago on this very stage. Greta Zender was also part of this experience. Actually, several people on this stage were part of the experience. Some were at the board or up in the box up there. But we had an amazing production of Phantom of the Opera that was done here. And one of the requirements of Phantom of the Opera is a ballet corps. And Sarah Grace is a beautiful dancer in classical ballet tradition, and again, along with Greta, and again, several others up here who were on stage with us that year. But it was a wonderful moment in our history, I think, because it really brought together the same thing we're celebrating today, and that is the arts as a whole, from the scenic, with our beautiful paintings that the art department did for our background through our ballet sequences, to our ballet corps that was featured, to, of course, our singers and our instrumentalists in the pit. It was such a wonderful amalgamation of having everyone together in one place to create a beautiful piece of art that lives on as a wonderful tradition here with our performances. But Sarah Grace was one of those people that shined on stage, and I think it was one of those memories that I still look back on every few days, and I'm thinking, gosh, we did that here. So it's showing that the tradition lives on, and people like Sarah Grace are contributing to that wonderful tradition. She's going to be going on, well, I know Amy, I don't want to steal her thunder, I know she's going to be going on to Cornell to major in dance, but I'll go ahead and let Amy say it again, I think. But congratulations, Sarah Grace.
As Mr. Clark said, Sarah Grace will be minoring in dance at Cornell University. Sarah Grace, ready? And our final student this morning is Greta Zender, and Miss Trista Emmons is going to speak for Greta.
What a privilege it has been to have Greta as a student. In my role as orchestra director here for the district, I get to see these young musicians from 5th grade all the way through high school. And when they leave, it feels like a little piece of yourself is leaving with them. But I couldn't be prouder of Greta. From the moment she started cello, you could just tell that there was something special. There was a musical quality, an artistic quality, and just this joyous outlook on life. From middle school, I knew that she was a natural teacher. She was kind and empathetic, but also forceful. She was not afraid to lead her classmates and lead her peers, whether it was to encourage them or to point out how they could improve something. She's also a lot of fun to be around. I remember our middle school chamber orchestra days. They would come after school, and you could just open the classroom door and fill the halls with music and laughter. And isn't that what music and art are supposed to be? Joy that transcends everything else. When Greta told me that she was considering being a music teacher, I'm sure my face lit up, because I couldn't think of a better choice for her next journey. I'm incredibly proud for Greta to be a future music educator. Congratulations, Greta.
Greta will be majoring in music education with a minor in dance at The Ohio State University. Greta? Let's give all of these wonderful students and the students that were unable to join us today one more round of applause. happens, let's also give your families a round of applause for their many hours of driving to lessons, performances, encouraging, all of those things, because we need you very much, and we're grateful to all of you. Thank you. At the conclusion of the event, I'm going to ask the students to come forward, and we're going to take a group photo. So if anybody wants to take a picture of the group, that would be lovely. And then after the group photo is finished, if anybody wants to come up and take a picture with their students, we encourage that as well. On behalf of everyone here at Indian Hill School, thank you all so much for attending today, and thank you for your continued support of the arts. Thank you very much.
Yeah.